Hey, today we're going to be looking at getting time and date. So I've quickly just created a texture image which has got 3 layers to it with 3 different images to sort of test this out, and I've created a material, and like I say, it's just, for now, it's just got that in there. And what we're going to want to do is control which image we see at different times based on the time in our computer. So if we hit save, what we're going to need to do first is set up our blueprint. So we're going to put this on a blueprint. So let's create a blueprint class. We'll go actor and we'll call it get date time. Obviously you can call yours whatever you want, and I'm going to put a plane in here, which we will scale up a bunch. And maybe we'll even rotate it, face it down a bit. Cool. And on here we're going to put that material that we just created, which is time to date for me. So if we go into our event graph, what we will do is we're going to get our event plate and we're going to set scalar parameter value. Oops. We want to set it on a material. Set scalar on a plane. Excellent. Cool. And this is what we're going to update. So we're going to need our material, but we'll do both at the same time. Alright, so inside here, like say we have this, but we're going to want to control this. And the way we're going to control this is using, first of all, like I said, a scalar parameter. So we can get a scalar by just holding S and clicking, and we'll call this month. So let's say every month we're going to get the computer to have a look at the system, say what's the date on the system. And the way we're going to control this is with a nice big if statement. So we're going to want 3 of these. And let's take this, and this is going to be our first month. So this is January, and this is going to go into here, and our outcome will go into our outcome. So what we're saying is if the month equals January equals 1, if the month equals 1, if A equals 1, display this image. If A does not equal 1, however, does A equal 2, which is going to be February. So let's set this basic as a 2. And we're going to need to drag the same thing in, and this going to 1. And we've still got an error on this. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to set up just a 0. So 0 is just black. And like if it doesn't, it's going to be black. That's sort of the logic. So if it equals January, display this image. If it doesn't, does it equal February? Nope. If it doesn't, does it equal nothing? Yeah, display black. Cool. And same process again. So if not, does it equal March? And same process. I'm going to drag you into you, and you are going to go into there, you into there, like that, and we'll also just, for now, we'll just put you into there. Okay, so we've got our 3 different images. So what we need to do is set our scalar, which we called months, and this is where we're going to do the getting part. So if we type in date, we get a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to get hours in 12s, get milliseconds, get minutes, get time of the day, get year. So much information here. Is it morning? Look at that. We could do some really cool stuff with this. But for now, all I'm going to do is just grab a date time. And what we're going to say is month. So we're going to set this to our scalar value. And for sort of test, let's get a print string as well. And this will be the same thing. So this doesn't work unless we can pull in now on it. Because we need to tell this to look at the computer, otherwise we could lie and put fake information in there. Maybe if your game's got a more localized game time. So let's give this a test by dragging out our get daytime blueprint and give some space. And let's hit simulate. So 6. I'm recording this on the 6th month. So that's not really very helpful, is it? So what we could do is, shall we take this a bit further? Let's just test the logic. We can change the default value. So if the default value was 1, if it was January, this is what would show up. If it was February, cool. And we know it's working. So let's set that back to 0. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to get a bunch of these. And I'm just going to skip this part ahead. Okay, so as you can see, I have created a whole bunch of these now. And what we're going to do is, instead of pulling a month for sort of sake of test, what we're going to do is we're going to pull the second. And instead, we're going to pull this on an event tick. So let's hit save. And what should happen is this is now going to update like all the time. Right, so I think I've created like 8. So let's see if this works. Okay, that's annoying. I know exactly why. Because I didn't set these. Okay, I've reset them now. Hopefully it'll work. Well, I mean, we can see it's already working anyway. But there you go. We have different images that are changing depending on what time it is. So that's how we can pull time and date. It's really all down to just setting the scale parameter and using this part here to update. Hope you found that useful, and as always, thanks for your time.